Hey everyone, okay, welcome back to day 9 of the Home Reset Challenge. I hope everyone is doing well. I would love to see some pictures of your progress. Even if you're overwhelmed or it stresses you out to post a picture of your space, maybe before and afters are too much, just send a picture of the bags. Like, okay, this is the bag from this room, from that day. This is all the trash that I found. Even things like that. Like, I want to hear about your progress. I'd love to see it. That would be so encouraging to me to see, but also to others, and that way we could cheer you on. Okay, so today we are continuing in your clothes, focus on your items as far as what you wear. We're going to focus on organizing them. So I'm going to give you some tips about organizing. So we've done our SEO process, right? You've sorted your items, kind of. We know that your clothes are probably already generally sorted in your closet. Maybe not. Maybe it's not, and that's okay. But generally, people at least have your clothes in there, or you have like your pants in there and your shirts, together generally. And so your main thing for this section was to edit items, editing out clothes. I gave you a ton of questions to ask yourself yesterday. I would apply that, okay? If you still feel like you have a lot of decluttering to do, then maybe you don't need to move to this next step of organizing yet. Maybe you just spend this day in your 30 minutes still removing items. In fact, when I organize for a client, that is one of the first things that we do. We've got to get rid of some items to make some space, to make room. You generally want to keep your spaces 80% full so that you have a little bit of wiggle room. You have that space. Nothing is too crammed or too difficult to put in, or when you have clean laundry, there's a spot to put it. So if you just generally want to keep it 80% full, so you have that wiggle room and that moving around. So if you need that, if that's actually where you need to spend today, then do it. That's fine. Organizing can come later. But for those of you who are ready, maybe some of you, it will help you use your space better. That's what we're going to look at. Organizing is personal though. So when I organize for a client, I'm getting to know them. I'm getting to know their needs, their space, how it works, what the problems are, what keeps catching, what causes the laundry to pile up. And I learn my client, right? Because I don't want to make a system that works for me and fits what I like when I'm not the one living in it. So sometimes people are scared to hire a professional organizer because they think they're gonna have to unlearn or do things somebody else's way. And there might be a little bit of that if that's what you're going for, right? Like if hey, you have a problem here, I think that this thing will solve it. That might be something new you have to learn, sure, but that's because it's going to meet a need that you have, right? But for example, okay, my husband, for whatever reason, he loves and is attached to wire hangers. That is not my preference. I do not like wire hangers. But I've talked to him about it. I'm like, are you sure? It would really be better, blah, blah, blah. It would look really good if we switched. And we've had that conversation. But at the end of the day, he has said, no, I really like them. I don't like the way that it catches with the other kind. I don't want to change that. And okay, I don't change it, right? His side has wire hangers and my side has the hangers that I like. And that's just where we've met in the middle. On our closet, but it also is, it's an example to show you, at the end of the day, if it's what you want, if it's going to function for you, that's where the organization should aid you. It should complement who you are. It should meet your needs and the way that you live. I think that's something that's so freeing to me, is that it's a bunch of problem solving, which I love to do. I love puzzles, I love figuring things out. But in a drop zone, if somebody has a habit of just setting things on surface space, which most humans do, then I'm not going to create a lot of friction in a mudroom spot where people are coming in quickly and they're needing to leave quickly. I don't want to put things that have lids, because that doesn't make sense for that space and typical families when they're coming in and out. it needs to lend itself to the family, to the people using it, and not cause more stress and cause more friction and more problems. So when you're thinking about your closet, because all of you, everybody watching, everybody listening is going to have a different closet setup. You're going to have to kind of think, what do I want in this space? Like, what functions best for me? Am I a wire hanger person? Am I a velvet hanger person? Am I like a clear glass, almost like a glass slipper hanger person? Whatever you are, if that's attainable now, okay, then do it. If it's not attainable now, what is the best we can do with what we have? So, all right, right now you're thinking, I think about, if we're going to think about, okay, sweaters, we're in the middle of winter, right? So if some people keep their stuff away for seasons, they bring it back out during the season as needed. So right now it's sweater season. What is the best way to store a hanger? How do you want to, a hanger. What's the best way to store your sweaters? What's the best way to get them? What's the best way to put them away? How often are you wearing sweaters? To me, again, this is personalized to me, but you might feel the same way. So I'm just giving an example. Sweaters are very bulky items. They're very big and large. Putting them in a drawer is fine. You can fold them, make them look nice and neat in a drawer. That's fine. Some of my sweaters have been. But at the end of the day, to me, they're so big and bulky that they actually take up less space. I love drawers, so that's prime real estate to me. So if it's taking up too much space in my drawers that I can't fit my other daily items, then I don't want them in a drawer. But also because they're so big, I'd rather have them hanging in my closet instead of taking up all that room. So big sweaters I would. Now if I'm not wearing my sweaters a lot or my sweatshirts a lot, then maybe I've seen cute things that you can do and organize them on a shelf and you can easily get them. That's the biggest thing, is making sure that your items are easy to get to so they're also easy to put away and you don't have to cause like an avalanche in your closet. So that's one example. Some people like to see their jeans, like maybe you're a pants person. Like okay, first think about what article of clothing is your favorite? Are you a shoe girl? I know it's not clothing, but are you a shoe girl? Are you, you love your dresses, or you pick your outfit by your pants? Then if that's you, whatever it is, think of featuring that article of clothing so that when you go in your closet, you're seeing the things that you love and the first item that you want to pick out getting dressed. Consider that, okay? If you love pants, then maybe putting them in a drawer is not for you. Maybe you want to see them. Maybe you do need to find the best way to hang them on a hanger so that you can see all of your pants and pick out the sizes and the brand or whatever you go for all in a line, right? And like the power in your closet that will have and the effect it will have on you would be a good one, right? I love dresses, so of course those need to be, I'm not going to fold those and put them in a drawer. So I've got to think about what makes sense. Do I have a lot of long dresses? Do I have a lot of short dresses? What space in my closet allows my dresses to fit in the size and amount that I have? That's the next thing you need to think about, okay? How many of each category do you have? What needs the biggest space in your closet? What needs the smallest space in your closet? And finding the places in your closet that fit the size of the item, okay? Next thing, well, I already talked about this, but just thinking about fold versus hanging. If you have a lot of hanging space, and that's mainly what your closet is, like a lot of closets just have like 2 wire racks, and they're pretty much short hang for both. Okay, well, you might be a little bit limited because of your closets, but what if, a lot of people have these lying around actually, because they're so versatile, you can use it for anything. And if you're just trying to make a decision today, use something you have. They're like Sterilite 3 plastic drawers, and they're kind of like the big wide ones. That's like the size of each drawer. If you have some of those and you want some of your things folded because you can fit more folded items in a space, then use some of those it's Sterilite, the Sterilite drawers, and put them underneath the hanging rack. Then you can start using some of that space that maybe you haven't been able to use before for more folded items versus hanging items. trying to think if that's, you could make it look nicer if you're able to upgrade your closet, sure, but we're trying to just do things quickly. And so if you want some other product recommendations in that area, let me know. And maybe we just need to chat. Maybe we just need to have, you know, a look at your closet and see what's going on and see what you need. But if you want that during the home reset challenge, make sure that you're putting the pictures in the comments. That's gonna be the best way that I can help you during this challenge, okay? If you want further assistance, like you just want me to come and do it, I would love to. That's when you need to message me. We need to have a phone call, and I need to come get in your closet and fix it up for you. I would love to do that. But for now, if you're just trying to make do with what you have, or do it on a budget, like a super tight budget, those drawers are like $30, I think. It's a set of 3, and you could add those depending on the size of your closet. That'd be an easy way to add drawers if you're wanting more things folded. Okay. Oh, if you're not only going through your closet, but you're going through something like a dresser, consider that. What items make sense together in a dresser? So oftentimes people will maybe put undergarments in there, because sometimes dressers have smaller drawers, and like on the top. And if that's the case, then that's a good fit. So maybe, but then if your dresser's bigger, you don't have maybe that many undergarments to fill it up. Maybe athletic wear would be a really good fit in the drawers. I typically like to put athletic wear in drawers because they're so colorful. And so when you open up that drawer and you have them in rainbow order, it's really pretty to see. And it makes it exciting, like, oh, I'm about to work out and I'm wearing something cute and I got out of my cute athletic drawer. It's extra motivating, right? And who doesn't want to be extra motivated when you're going to work out, okay? You can take all the boosts that you need, right? At least that's how I would be if I did that. Okay. All right. I know that this is a little bit shorter than the other days, but I gave you so much yesterday that if you're needing a little bit more of the decluttering help, follow those questions again. Get rid of some of those items that are just taking up space, taking up what you do love to wear, and making that space not enjoyable when actually you use that space so often. It needs to be enjoyable. Let's focus on the things that we love. Get rid of the things that don't serve us any longer. Let those be donated or gotten rid of, depending on their value at this point, and make some decisions. And I'm about to go and do the same for a little bit, and I hope to see some pictures of trash bags or of something that you have done during this challenge. All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and tomorrow we start with kids' clothes. All right, see you later.